I have ADHD, and for the longest time I couldn't find the motivation to regularly exercise. Don't get me wrong, there were times I would really get into it and make good progress, but before long all our motivation would just go out the window and I was back to square one. So why do ADHDers have trouble with exercise long term? ADHD brains have a deficit in their executive function. This part of your brain is responsible for planning, remembering instructions, and carrying out tasks to completion. Which translates to, I forgot to work out, I don't want to start or finish this workout, I didn't plan this workout schedule in a way that I could actually do, and so on. So how do we ADHDers actually start and stick with exercise? Well, I've pondered over this question for a while, and through painstaking trial and error, I've come up with a list of 10 things that can help the ADHD brain start and stick with exercise. 1. Find your inner why. It may sound obvious, but having a reason why you're working out is super important. This should be something deep within you, not just I want to impress the ladies or I want that beach body. Not that there's anything wrong with those necessarily, but having something deeper that you can look to on those tougher days is going to keep that motivation long term, not just, till the end of summer or until you find a partner. For example, my inner why is that I want to feel strong because I have a heart condition that I've had since I was a kid, and I want to prove to myself that I am strong and capable, and this isn't going to hold me back. 2. Find something you actually enjoy. Being an AFAB person, I was always told that if you want to be healthier, do cardio. Spoiler alert, I hate cardio. I would go through countless cycles of getting really motivated and go for a run around the block, hating it, and then never doing it again, It wasn't until I was 21 and I went rock climbing for the first time, it dawned on me that I actually love exercise, just strength-based exercise. This was a total game changer, and I was actually able to keep it up for years because I enjoyed it, There's so many ways that you can move your body, and it's just a case of finding what works for you. Maybe you love dancing or football or jump rope or CrossFit or parkour or walking. There's so many things out there. Wherever floats your boat keeps the boat doing exercise. 3. Reducing barriers. Now you know how you want to move your body, you need to figure out if there's anything that's going to get in your way. For example, I have a home gym with some free weights in it, but if I don't tidy it up and it's a mess, I'll walk in one day with full intentions to work out, look at the mess and turn around, nope, not today. And it doesn't have to just be physical barriers. Maybe going to a gym makes you anxious, so make a home gym. Maybe you can't afford a gym or any kit, then do bodyweight exercises. And maybe you just don't know how to get started. Do some research, or ask someone who does know. Or you can use one of the countless free workout plans online. 4. Set goals with deadlines. Goals look different to everyone. Maybe it's to lift a certain weight, or climb a certain route, or learn a certain skill. What's important here is that your goal is actually achievable and you have a realistic deadline. 2 of the hardest things for us to do. I know this is really hard to just go in and get right, so trial and error, and also just don't set the bar too high. Take it little steps at a time. My current goal is to lift 100 kilograms by the end of April. I have worked my way up to that. I'm not just going straight in trying to lift 100 kilo, You can have short-term and long-term goals, but be careful with your long-term goals, because if they're too far away in the future, then our brains won't really compute that fully and it won't give us any extra motivation. We'll probably just forget about it, to be honest. Let's be real, For me, 1 to 6 months goals are good. Anything longer, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Just the way it is. 5. Change things up to keep it interesting. This is one of the most important ones for me. It's easy to get excited by the shiny new thing, but as time goes on, it gets less shiny and more like a dull, rusty thing. That's not exciting. It's not exciting to anyone. I find that mixing things up keeps that shine and in turn, their motivation. This does look different to everyone, and it does depend on what your goals are. For me, changing the way I do particular exercises, the days I do them, or the order I do them, keeps things fresh and interesting. So I started with full body training, got bored of that, and then I went to push-pull and legs, and now I'm really enjoying that. I'm still doing what I need to do to reach my goals, but it's just a lot less monotonous and I'll actually do them. 6. Recognize your progress. I think it's really important to look back and see, how far we've come. Whether it's progress pictures or learning a new skill, recognising your progress is a great way to stay motivated. I really like doing a 1 rep max test and actually seeing the weight that I can lift go up and up. It's so motivating, So I recently completed a 1 rep max test and I managed to do something I never ever thought I'd be able to do. I managed to lift 80 kilo deadlift. But because I was able to do that, it got me super psyched to train more and to go towards my goal of 100 kilo. 7. Tell others for accountability. There's no denying that accountability is great for ADHD brains, so why not use this same principle when it comes to exercise? This can be in the form of telling someone else your goals and your deadlines, working out with someone else, or even commenting below here what your goal is. Love to read them. It's super easy to not work out when no one knows you were planning to work out. I've been there. Working out regularly is not an easy thing to do for ADHD brains, so having someone there to help is just going to make things a little more easy. For me, I have a really supportive partner and family who I tell my goals to, and they keep me motivated. It's really helpful. 8. Choose a specific time to work out. I know firsthand that even with the best intentions, the day can just get away from us. Tasks take twice or thrice as long as we're planned, and we're always playing catch up. Well, when it comes to working out, set up a specific time to work out and then actually stick to it. Maybe moving around in the morning before you get stuck into work is better. Or maybe you like to work out in the evening after you're finished everything. If you do it at the same or similar time every day, then it just becomes a habit. You get used to it. Of course, this isn't possible for everyone, like if you work shifts at different time or whatnot, but if you can do it, then, it can help. 9. Make time for rest. This is such an undervalued thing, but everyone needs to rest sometimes. If you get to the end of the day and you're genuinely exhausted, then it's probably better to not work out and rest, than go out and half-arsed, have a miserable time, and then not be motivated next time. There's no point. This is a delicate balance though, because it is easy to just talk yourself out of doing workouts for X, Y, and Z reasons. So don't get carried away with this, but remember, rest is not the enemy. If you find you're missing 1 or 2 workouts every week, then it's probably a case of going back to your workout plan and reducing it by 1 or 2 workouts. Beating yourself up because you're too tired is not going to help. I've been there. The classic ADHD guilt, We all know. If you can't work out 6 times a week, then that's totally okay. Aim for 2 or 3, whatever works for you, 10. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. This is not specific to ADHDers necessarily, it's just a thing that it took me way too long to figure out. I spent years and years working out and not really seeing much progress, and then I'd feel really bad about it, I'm doing something wrong, I'm not strong enough, I'm not capable, I'm lazy. Then something clicked in my head and I've got way stronger in the last 6 months than I have in the last 4 years. What? This revelation was give my all every workout. I know it sounds obvious, but now that I'm pushing close to failure every session, A, I enjoy it more because it releases more dopamine. B, I'm seeing progress faster, which keeps me motivated. C, I'm getting stronger and smashing my goals. As you get more comfortable moving your body and learn what your body's capable of, then you know how you can push yourself out of your comfort zone a bit. I'm definitely not suggesting go out so hard that you start to injure yourself. So go 1 step at a time here, But what I am saying is that you're stronger than you think you are. I know growing up with ADHD, you can hear a lot of, you can't do this, you're not good at that, you're lazy. But what I'm saying is that you can do this. You are strong and you are capable of this. You got this. I hope you find these tips helpful, and even if only a few resonate with you, try them out and see if they help you. If you have any other questions about ADHD and exercise, then feel free to comment below. I'm definitely not an expert, but I do have a lot of experience and I'll answer the best that I can. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe if you liked it, and you can check out my other videos here. Wow, what a good looking video.